You look around the NBA and see the best teams, they always have something in common. A core four, a core nucleus, 3 to 4 guys that they know they can count on and trust on every night to go out there and do what they got to do. And I was wondering, who is that for the Pelicans? We're going to break that down right now in the Pelicans Scoop. Cue the music.
This is the Pelicans Scoop with Jordan Kitchens, breaking down everything under the sun about your New Orleans Pelicans. Smash that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to stay on top of your Pels content. Now, running point, here's Jordan.
What is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another edition of the Pelicans Scoop. I am your host, the most Jordan Kitchens, and ladies and gentlemen, I was thinking, when you look at some of the best teams, the greatest teams, it's always about a core, a nucleus that can just drive that team. A bunch of guys that make each other better. Let's put that in perspective. They all make each other better in their own way. That's how you become a great team. We just worried about the modern NBA, like currently, right now in the NBA. You know, you can pick the team. You want to talk about the Cleveland Cavaliers. Their core would be like, Darius Garland, Spider Mitchell, Mobley, Jared Allen. Boston Celtics, Tatum Brown, Drew, Derek White. So, you want to look at the Western Conference, OKC, Dub, Shea, Chet. Who would the last guy be? Probably Lou Dort. I think it'd probably be Lou Dort at this point. So as you can see the common example, teams have their guys. And those guys make each other better. Now you want to look at the New Orleans Pelicans. A couple years ago, well, let's go back to 2019, way back when you first get Lonzo Ball, you first get Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart, and Zion Williamson. So that was the core, Well, Drew Holiday was still part of the picture, so I'm not going to put Josh Hart, Drew Holiday. So Drew, Lonzo, B.I., and Zion. That was your core. As you can see, as time goes on, the core drastically changes. Brandon Ingram, if you ask me, has fallen out of that core. His timeline and his play style doesn't fit as much as it used to as it does with Trey Murphy in that picture, right? So now you're looking at Zion, Trey, Messi, potentially that third guy that you're looking, your core. And then the fourth spot, it's kind of up for grabs for me. Yes, people can be like, whoa, up for grabs. Did you forget about Herbert, Keyshawn Jones? No, I didn't forget nothing about Herbert. I didn't forget nothing about Herb. And it's not a Herb thing. Trust me. I'm not saying it's anything to do with Herb. It's more that, one, is how good of a contract he's on. Any type of contending team will want Herb Jones. Herb Jones is the piece that a contending team grabs off a team and then insert him, and now they're like championship favorites. That's the type of player Herb Jones is. So I'm just a little concerned what his timeline is more in New Orleans. Just a little concerned. Herb's going to turn 27 in October, and you're talking, yeah, he's 27. I'm not saying that's old or nothing, but, Zion's, 24, 25, Trey, 24, 25. Hawkins is young. Messi's super young. Messi can't even buy a beer right now. So where is Herb going to fit as his team moves forward? Because obviously this team's nowhere close to winning a championship in the near future. Let's call a spade a spade. This team's nowhere close to winning a championship. I don't want to hear, you can lead the healthy stuff, whatever, but you still have to lose a consistent opponent in the playoffs to be considered championship favorites, or even be like, oh yeah, these guys can make it to the finals. We don't even know these guys can even make a playoff spot. All right, not even just dwelling in the play-in. Can they actually make the playoffs first? So this team is nowhere close to winning the championship. So Herb Jones, his timeline is a little warped right now. He's a little bit older. He's a 4-year college player coming into the NBA. So, but this is not me turned down. Like, I want y'all to think that. I'm just saying, as the timeline moves on, because this team is nowhere close to winning the championship, what is this core moving forward? Is Zion here for the stay? Like, we want to believe that. We want to say, yeah, of course. He's on the contract and all that. But we've seen how events have transpired. Like, is Zion even going to be a part of this core moving forward? I say moving forward, but like as the years go on. As you can tell from 2019 till now, it ain't nothing for it to change, to switch up and change. What I'm looking at, the fourth spot, yes, I will say Herb Jones is a part of the core right now. But like Jordan Hawkins was supposed to be a guy that was supposed to pop. Hasn't got there yet. He's been fighting a lot of injuries. It feels like everybody on the team has just been fighting like everybody that's on the Pelicans, you come on the Pelicans, you're fighting injuries. So it's like, what? Now I'm thinking about it, it's like Trey's been injured. Everybody's been injured. DeJounte's been injured. CJ's been injured. Zion's been injured. Brandon Ingram's been injured. We got some wood in here. I'm knock on some wood right here. I ain't going to say nothing. I ain't going to even say his name and the word injured, but yeah, Y'all get what I'm saying. And also, to me, injuries aside, I just think that a core member of a team, if you want to be defined as labeled as a core member of that team, you're untouchable. And so far, I get it. There are rumors and whatnot, but when Zion was injured, heard, everybody up for grabs on the Pelicans, but Trey and the center, everybody's up for grabs. You heard those rumors swirling. Brandon Ingram's been on the trading block for I don't know how long at this point. He's still here. So it shows you that if you're really a core member of a team, nobody can call and ask for you. I think Herb Jones is available. I think Jordan Hawkins is available. I think those guys are available for talks. I don't think Zion's available no more. I think it's just, worse for us. So I don't really think Zion. I don't think Pelicans are openly shopping Zion. No, I don't believe that. But, that's what I'm saying. Zion and Trey, members are core members. Messi too. Who is that last guy? You heard him trying to shut down the Herb Jones talks, but still, it's a lot of Mavericks. I don't know if y'all been peeping. I'm just tapped in, but it's been heating up lately with the Mavericks. A lot of Mavericks talk. I guess I get it. It's a lot of Mavericks fans and whatnot, but a lot of chirping about the Mavericks trying to get Herb Jones and still want, even though he's out for the season with the labor room, still want Herb Jones and all that. So I don't know what that might mean moving forward. But Herb Jones would be a good finishing piece for that team because get Luka. Luka ain't guard nobody. Luka not checking a parked car. So they need somebody. And Kyrie's a willing defender, but Kyrie's not no lockdown. All right, Kyrie's not Derek White, Drew Holiday. He's Kyrie. That's not saying nothing about Kyrie, all-time great. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, defensively, he's not those guys. So that's why I'm saying, what is this core? Are the Pelicans going to have to draft? If they keep losing, this pick will be that fourth member of the core. That will be the fourth guy. Well, Trey, Zion, Messi, this pick, whatever it depends to be. The Pelicans play the Jazz again tonight. So that's not going to help anything. But again, everybody stop freaking out because we're winning. It's still a draft lottery. Yeah, the odds might not be in the favor. We just watched the Atlanta Hawks get the number 1 pick last year, and they were nowhere close to being the worst team in the NBA by far. So I get it, but still, miracles happen all the time. All the time. It's a lottery system. It's how it works. Truthfully, what I'm getting at is for the Pelicans to be good and finally take a step in the right direction and not keep running into the rake that's just keep smacking you in the face like in a cartoon, a Tom and Jerry cartoon, is that they have to figure out and identify and really lock in to their core, build around that core. This is your guys, and then the ball starts to move. Starts to roll a little bit. All right, it starts to roll a little bit. I hate that I use other teams as examples, but, it just happens. Unless you're making a trade for, the Clippers. Unless you're like the Clippers where you can sit there and trade for a Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, get James Harden. Unless you can do things like that and then mix in pieces, you got to build through the draft. All right, and the Pelicans are not a team that's attracting free agents like the Clippers and even though the Miami Heat, Pat Riley ain't been working. But, Miami Heat should be a team like that. You're Miami. A good franchise. There should be no problem for the Heat to get free agents. So I don't know what's going on with them. But, teams like that. I don't want to speak about the L word team, but the Knicks. Look at the Knicks, right? They had Brunson. Well, they signed Brunson. None of the Knicks are homegrown guys. Their core is none of those guys are homegrown. From Mikal Bridges, from Karl Anthony Towns, to Jalen Brunson, to OG Anunoby. None of those guys are from the draft. But they're a big-name franchise that can sit there and make moves like that and just build a core through a free agent and trading for guys. A couple free agent guys and trading. Pelicans, on the other hand, small market franchise. Well, small market team. Bad franchise. Bad franchise. You got to build through the draft. You have to build through the draft. Cannot be missing on picks. Getting Dyson Daniels to trade him away. You can't, even though DeJounte, but that's still a young piece that just because he didn't fit the timeline now, he has to go. When you're a team like this, you have to build through the draft. Look at the Rockets. They built through the draft and added a couple guys. They added Freddie VanVleet. They added Dylan Brooks. But their core was already there. Sengun, Jalen Green, Thompson, Jabari Smith, Tari Easton, drafted guys. So the Pelicans have to keep hitting on picks and then start plucking guys. That's why I'm saying Herb Jones, he's going to be one of those guys that get plucked. He's one of those guys that are going to get plucked. So we shall see what they do. They have to figure out their core, and then you finally move forward. I shouldn't have to make a video like, it's Trey, Zion, Misi, Herb. Yeah, you can say he's a part of the core right now, but the core changes. And I just don't think long term Herb Jones is going to be here for the long ride. No more. I'm not saying it like that, but I just think a good enough team's going to come and use the services. So that's my theories and whatnot. So y'all let me know right now who's the core. Who do y'all see moving forward? Don't tell me right now. Put it in we're in 2025, 2027, 2028. That's when the Pelicans should be back to winning something. I don't think next year, I ain't gonna say it'd be bad next year, but I don't think next year will be the year where Pelicans going to the finals. And they can start getting things together now. Say 2027, 2028, they can finally start getting to that hump where they're like, all right, Pelicans are a consistent playoff team. So y'all let me know who's the core. Who do y'all see being for it? Y'all don't believe Zion's in the core? Y'all don't believe Trey's in the core? Y'all don't believe Hawkins? Whatever. Let me know right now. Comment down below. I've been your boy, Jordan Kitchens. Y'all stay safe. Enjoy the snow. And I'm signing out. Peace.